Welcome back to Stinker, Drinker, Thinker, everybody. Welcome. I am Anthony Longano, the star of the show. Round of applause for me. And I am joined here by a beautiful, handsome man. A very nice shirt. I like that shirt. You
Thanks.
got some syrup on it, but
I know.
Yeah.
Happened at lunch.
That's not syrup.
It wasn't even just now.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't even just now.
Yeah. This is Troy, the body of Gladi. Troy, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And then joined by Matt McKibble. Matt's wearing a salmon shirt.
Salmon? It's got salmons on it?
It's got salmons on it.
It's got fishes
A
on
salmon.
it. A salmon? I
She's-
believe it's called thistle.
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 Thistle shirt. Matt, say hello.
Hello.
Awesome. Well, if you're new here, we're three guys. We pour some pours. We make some cocktails, and we rank them in this awesome ranking system we developed. I was thinking about it today. Like, who needs tasting notes? Like, I just want to know if it drinks, if it stinks, or if it makes you think a little bit.
That's
Right.
fair.
That's what we're doing here. Also, a little disclaimer. Yeah, we all have day jobs. We speak in absolutes 100% of the time here. We're always right, but 80% of the time we're wrong, always. So just something to keep in mind for yourselves. Yeah, what do we, a little recap. I don't even remember what we did on last week's episode at this point.
Nobody could possibly know anymore. We drank, we did an episode about 2 drinker store picks and 2 stinker store picks.
That's right. That's right. And then we introduced the Infinite Drinker.
The Infinite Drinker, which may, all things going well today, may make a reappearance.
I think it may make at least 4 reappearances. I'm pretty excited about tonight's episode. Today's episode, whenever you guys are watching this. Yeah, we got Penelope here. I'm like super pumped for that.
You love Penelope.
I do love Penelope. She's really Penelope Cruz. She's hot.
Penelope whiskey.
Penelope whiskey.
Sometimes hot if it's high proof.
Tastes good. Penelope is just kind of a name that say it in your Zorro accent.
You can't do Penelope. There's no R's or
Yeah, you can.
It's not
Penelope.
Penelope. Penelope. You gotta do an Italian accent. It's a Penelope.
It's like it's not an Italian.
You can't. You
see,
can't.
you did it. No, you did it. Do it again.
You're changing the whole word.
Do it again.
You can't put Penelope.
That's not how you did it.
Penelope.
Yeah. See, you sound like Zorro, dude. Sound like fucking
like
Zorro.
My name is Antigua Montoya.
Oh man. So yeah, Penelope is a newer blender essentially. They're based out of Roselle, New Jersey, actually. Very small operation, but they've been making a huge statement. I believe the story goes. Actually, I know for a fact, 100%, that the story goes. It's a married couple. They have a daughter named Penelope. They named it after her. Matt, if you have more context to that, I believe you do, since you have your phone.
I have my phone here, but this is all off the top of my head. Definitely not reading this right now. Penelope Bourbon was crafted and created in American. No, okay. So they had a child coming in 2018, and they were going to name it her Penelope. And to commemorate the occasion, they essentially wanted to create something to kind of just celebrate that. And so I don't know the background of the guy, but he decided to team up with his close childhood friend and create a bourbon to honor and celebrate the life of his child.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And they did a great job with the whiskey, too. And I've definitely had a bunch of it before. There is a couple core models or core spirits that they do. They have just straight small batch bourbon that they do. They do a light bourbon, which I have not
light
seen.
whiskey.
A light whiskey. I've not been able to get my hands on yet, but I've actually heard really good things about a light whiskey, which is intriguing, but also like, I don't fucking know about that.
That was just really high proof.
Yeah. Also, they do a bunch of barrel strength and cask finish stuff. They do these barrel picks, essentially these barrel strength, essentially store picks. This is from Tennessee Select. It is
It's a state pick, I believe.
a state pick, yeah. Which is kind of cool. Level 5 char on it too.
Level 5.
Yeah.
The most maximum charge.
The latest thing they put out is this Architect series, which is really cool. They're using French oak staves in it. Have not
two
tried
types
that.
of French oak
Yep.
staves, if I recall.
Yep, I have not got a chance to try this yet. But yeah, so
They do cool finishes like rosé finished. Rosé, Anthony. Hey, Anthony. You may continue now. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was good. But yeah, drank this stuff a bunch. If you can see in the background, there's a bunch of half-filled bottles of it. But a couple of these is my first time trying. I haven't tried the rosé finished one. And the Architect series I have not tried. I've been anticipating it. And Matt fucking sideswiped it from me because he's a bitch.
Sideswiping? You mean I bought it at a store?
You said, hey, do you have this yet? And I literally was taking a shower. I got out. I saw it on my watch. I got out of the shower and called you dripping wet to thank you for buying it for me. And then you said you were going to, and then you said I bought it for myself.
I asked if you had it because I didn't want to buy something you already had.
That's so stupid.
I don't want to have bottles you already own because I get to drink them for free if that's the case. Which I figured you'd be excited about because when I buy the Architect,
but it gets to stay at your house. I like to drink my whiskey.
Oh no, you don't do that. You look at it on the shelf.
No, that's so dumb. Whiskey is for drinking.
Whiskey is meant to be looked
You don't
at.
do that.
Whiskey is for drinking.
I just pop the cork on every bottle every night, just smell it and put it back. Oh yes, I'll cherish you later. I don't drink it.
That's so dumb.
I'm just kidding.
Troy, how was your week?
Fine.
Cool. Thanks for your input.
Sure.
We should go in order and proof, obviously. This
Probably going to be this.
Architect is 104.
This is 47.
Okay. That's the rosé. Yeah, let's do that first.
And this is probably barrel strength.
Yeah, that's barrel strength. And the Tennessee Select is 113.
15. So this is 115.
So Architect is next. This is 113.6, and then
94.
that barrel strength. We got batch 10 of the barrel strength too, and I got a chance to try it the other day, and it's fucking fantastic. So cool.
Without further ado, rosé finished.
Matt, you have to open that one.
I was explaining to Troy glass corks, and it made him a little nervous because you can't just pull them off like normal. Secret is push it to the side.
That's really, if that shatters and like falls in the whiskey, that's not
gonna happen. You can pour though.
Thank you.
Everyone knows the rules.
Yeah.
I got you.
Alrighty.
It looks lighter in the glass than it does in the bottle. This is obviously not the case, but it just looks that way.
Rosé cask finish.
What is rosé, Troy? Tell me everything I've ever wanted to know about rosé.
I'm looking to see where southern France. Yeah, guarantee it's coming from Provence or thereabouts. Probably the most famous of the rosés come from there. It's typically made from red grapes. More often than not, it's made from exclusively red grapes, but sometimes you could throw a little bit of white in there too. Champagne, actually, if you ever see a champagne rosé, it's just blend of red and white wine, like still wine, as opposed to what is more conventional, which is just a little bit of light maceration of red grape skins for a couple of weeks or however long you really feel like doing it, however light or dark you want it to end up. I think southern France and the French stuff typically is going to be dry, which is really the only way to drink rosé in my opinion.
Dry rosé is the only rosé?
Yeah, all day.
That's fair. That's fair.
But let's give this one a sniffy poo.
So this is they're 4 grain, straight bourbon, and then it's batch number 3.
So all their stuff is sourced and blended from MGP. They're partners with MGP and Bardstown and Bardstown Bourbon Company. And who else, Matt? Who was the third?
Oh, Speyside Cooperage, which I'm assuming makes other barrels.
Yep.
But this is, I believe this is correct as far as the mash bill.
It is correct.
100% correct. 75% corn, 15% wheat, 7% rye, 3% malted barley. 100% definitely correct about that.
It smells. I get a lot of oak, but I get a lot of almost like a spoiled raisin bread.
It's like a sweet ethanol.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a weird.
I love it. It's absolutely inviting. That's for sure.
It's like flowery and sweet at the same time.
Get like dates.
Yeah, dates.
barrel aged dates.
Barrel aged date. It's
And-
sitting in a rose garden.
Yeah, and I mean the ethanol from it, like it's more of like a maybe like a wine acid.
Yeah, it's
More-
it's a sweet
Yeah,
alcohol. I don't know. Do you smell? I'm trying to think of like traditional rosé smells.
Yeah,
It's hard to.
I mean, I can tell you, I would never guess in a million years that this were rosé finished.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea behind it. You know, in a lot of rosés, I look for like sort of dry, savory strawberry notes, or even a little bit of watermelon from time to time, and just like basically red fruits that are really bright, as opposed to the red fruits that you'd find in a typical glass of red wine.
Sure.
You know, you're more like, I don't know, maybe even brighter than pomegranate, I would think. Like sometimes you even get like a tomatoey thing from Italian rosés, like tomato leaf. I'm not gonna try and find that in this glass, so I'm just gonna, yeah.
All right. Going in.
I'm curious to see what you get on the nose there, Troy.
Yeah, I mean, there is some subtle floral components to it and some subtle fruit, like dried fruit, but nothing extremely expressive.
Do you get any like fruit vine? Like I know, not orange blossom, but like I know strawberry blossom doesn't exist.
It's funny before you started describing rosé,
Yeah.
things like that. I already took a sip.
That's I mean that's
That checks out. Yeah.
The finish on it is like a strawberry puree ice pop, like one of those all natural strawberry ice pops.
Yeah.
It feels like that in the tongue.
Mm-hmm. But that is the fruit.
Strawberries.
Yeah. Overall, it's incredible. I think
It's nice and light.
it's nice and light.
Yeah.
Nice and light. The mouthfeel is awesome, especially on the finish. There's nothing hot about it. It tastes like a bourbon, and then it just kind of finishes like an ice pops on your tongue melting away.
Yeah. I wish I was a little bit more viscosity. I wish it was a little bit denser, but for what it is, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the summer,
Yeah.
this is what I'd want to be drinking for a whiskey.
That's a
for
summer
for
sipper.
for a bourbon.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a summer sipper. Yeah, I like that. That's one down. Adios, amigos.
Barely knew ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. I it is in the like category, not the love category for me. But I do rather like it.
It's really good. I'd
Yeah.
recommend people buy it if they see it. But again, if you're having people out on the patio, it's a nice night, barbecuing. Kids are at the pool. That might be a nice pour.
When you're dropping kids off at the pool,
It's good and neat. I could see that doing good over ice, or maybe
I think I actually would like ice.
maybe like even in a gold rush. That would be kind of interesting. You know, just like a bourbon smash.
It's like a fruity whiskey cocktail, or like something like that.
A bourbon smash.
Bourbon smash.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Mint, lemon, and honey, I think.
Yeah, but like you take berries and stuff like that too, and usually muddle them around and shake it.
Okay, so it literally is
Yeah.
like a, okay, yeah, muddled fruit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I've never made one, but
no,
they
you're
always
100%
look-
correct.
they- yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what it
They
is.
always look delicious.
Yeah,
That's a drinker, I think.
I think it's a drinker. Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing else really to say about it.
it's not super interesting, but it is interesting enough.
It's just a good drink. How much is that bottle?
$60, 100%. 65 MSRP. I was so close.
Would you buy it again?
Oh, I don't think I'd buy it again. I think I'm happy I have it though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay.
I don't love it enough where I'm like, that's going to be my next purchase.
If it was $85, would you buy it for the first time?
Probably not.
Knowing what it tastes like?
No. I don't think so. I legitimately got it because I thought it was interesting. I never seen a rosé finished anything. And I know I like Penelope stuff. So I just thought it was kind of a gamble. But for $65, I think that's the average price of bourbon right now. So
All right. Well, I think...
Troy, what do you think?
Drinker. Yeah.
Drinker?
I mean, yeah.
it's got to go in.
Not going to go above and beyond.
Oh, yeah,
for
it
but,
does. You're not going to go above and beyond.
I don't know. I think it's kind of in my head. I kind of want to mess around with it and like a couple of rosé vermouths or like
Oh, yeah.
like Coqui Rosa or something.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know. Just to fuck around.
It's a fun bottle.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Won't take it super seriously, but
That is a $65 bottle that I would use to make fun cocktails with,
Yeah.
but also
Yeah, it's
could
kind of like
easily drink neat.
yeah.
Easily drink neat.
This is not going to be like I'm looking to go buy a bar staple. This is like I have a lot of whiskey or I have a lot of things in my bar. I want something more unique or something different. That's where this falls in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got to put a pour's worth in the decanter.
You want to do them all at the end or do you want to do them individually?
We can do them all at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think next is Architect.
He's your architect. Architect.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one, man. Been getting good reviews on it. I kind of want to take a little cracker break though to get the strawberry shit out of my mouth. Not that it's shit, but just to kind of.
You want to take a bunch of cracker breaks?
I just want to. I definitely want to take one right now because I want to taste this one pure. I kind of wish it was sitting in my basement longer, because it would have been up to temperature. But
that was me rolling my eyes. Did you hear it?
Cracker break.
Cracker break.
This cracker break is brought to you by good parents. Parents that are so good to name their whiskey line after their kids and then make a bunch of money off them.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to get it at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Grow up like, yeah, well, this whiskey is named after me. So what have you done with your life?
But every time she walked into a liquor store, she gets to see her name on a bottle.
It's pretty cool.
Makes her feel special.
Yeah.
Also, they're making a ton of money off of her.
In theory.
In theory, yeah. Troy, give the Architect. Well, should we talk about it first?
Let's talk about it. Do you know what do you know about it?
I know that I've wanted it for a very long time because
Why?
For no reason, but the fact that I don't have it that makes me mad. And everyone's just talking about it, saying it's real good. So it's gotten great reviews.
Well, it is I'm assuming they're 4 grain, and it is finished with 2 different types of French oak staves. And their mash was undisclosed. I'm assuming it's the same standard 4 grain, unless the bottle says differently.
And Troy, read the back of that. It's got French words that you know how to say.
So, go ahead.
Persistency, fruit on nose.
Oh my God, will you fucking read the French words?
French oak staves, working in collaboration with a cooperage in France. It's Radu. We actually saw them at Starlight.
Radu.
Yeah. Market leader in oak barrel manufacturing and innovation. Selected each stave using their state-of-the-art oak scan process.
Can that be my job? I want to scan oak staves and put it. This one is 13% more oaky than the other one. Let's put this in a barrel. Okay, Captain. That's how I imagine.
Well, thanks, Troy, for saying all those French words. Take the fucking cap off. Let's drink.
Already.
I was going to say, I'm assuming when they say French oak staves, not barrels, I'm assuming, are they doing the Maker's Mark thing where they're dropping staves in to finish it? Rather than actually finishing it in French oak?
It's bourbon. So it's not finished in French oak barrels. It's staves.
Right.
Yeah.
That is an interesting thing. And it kind of makes sense. Finished bourbon. Is finished bourbon? That's the question.
I mean, it's distilled like bourbon by law.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, well, not this, but in general, like if you have a finished bourbon, not a real category, I think it's either bourbon or you ain't bourbon. This bourbon sounds like this. Ooh. Are you putting plastic on your nose?
Mhm.
Is that your new character?
It's gonna enhance the aromas.
It's your new smell guard.
It's my new smell guard. This is a new
you
CDC
look at the camera?
guidelines certified mask.
Smell-o-vision.
Thank you.
I did like the statement at the end of the bottle. It says something about architects. Architects can't be wrong or something like that. It's a very...
After all, the best architecture leaves no room for error.
Man, Troy,
Just in case you're curious.
your insight and your wisdom is invaluable.
Thank you, everybody. I am the star of the show.
Speaking of stars of the show, Troy just released a new blog through our website, stinkerdrinkerthicker.com. Batch 1 is out. It's called Whiskey with the Body. And it's kind of awesome. If you got a minute to read, if you're traveling or if you just like to read or if you're pooping, it's great to. It's actually a really good read. Troy's a man of few talents, but writing is one of them. I will give him that. And
Thank you.
Critiquing people who write poorly is another one of his many few talents. Yeah,
Many few talents.
many few talents. Yeah. He's also okay at playing drums, and he's good at drinking liquor. So,
Also pretty good looking.
ooh. Did you guys do that again? Yeah.
Doing an eyebrow raise for you non-YouTubers.
Don't
Yeah.
get your seats wet. Don't get your seats wet.
Too late.
Anyway,
Whiskey.
Troy,
Mm-hmm.
we should address this on here.
Okay.
Where did you get the nickname The Body? That's a story that should be told.
Girl I went to high school with. I think it was just, it just slipped right off of the tongue. Is that how you say
We
that?
talking about a high school girl? I don't know what's happening right
your
now.
dick or like
I
the
say, what are we
saying?
talking about here?
No. The expression, like it
Oh.
just came.
Slip
to
the
her.
tongue.
S-
Just came on her.
Jesus, all right. Oh my God. All right, I'm done. I'm leaving. Podcast over.
So
She-
yeah,
okay.
it was. I wasn't. I mean, I really wasn't even that close with her, which is kind of funny.
How far away were you? How big? Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ, Matt! Holy shit.
Anthony's rubbing off on me. Sorry.
All right, you know what? Fuck you, assholes.
I didn't mean that. Oh, I was actually.
I was gonna tell it, but now.
Oh, tell me, Troy. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Long story short, I haven't been able to avoid this nickname. I had somebody at my current place of employment whom I have never had a conversation with come up to me and say, "Oh, hey, what's up, the body?" And I was just like, I can't get away from it. And I graduated high school in 2007.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Do you
I
hate
didn't
it?
choose
Yeah,
this
I was
life.
saying, do you like it?
I don't hate it. It was very, very ironic at one point because I was really skinny. So, like the body, like Jesse Ventura, the old wrestler who was the
okay.
California
Yeah,
governor,
yeah.
was nicknamed the Body, and he was a wrestler, and I was like,
Emo skateboard
105
kid.
Did you
pounds.
aspire?
Yeah.
Did you aspire to be a wrestler at some point?
I did not. No.
No.
I was obsessed with it for a long time, but
I think all good kids are.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's pretty much it, man. It follows me wherever I go, whether I like it or not.
You just kind of just gave into it eventually.
Yeah.
You're
And
just
then
like, all right.
I made the mistake of making it my Instagram handle. Maybe there's a little bit of ego involved.
I was gonna say. I mean, you could have just let it die, but
I
you
know, and then
kind
I
of.
just had to
kinda
fucking
did it
embrace
yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Now it's official forever on the internet.
Yeah.
All right, French oak. What should I be smelling for?
I mean, I smell barrel and leather. It smells like bourbon. It's a little hot. It smells hot.
It smells
The
really
ethanol's there.
deep.
Yeah.
It smells like
It smells very, very full.
you dropped some dropped some leather in a swamp.
I'm not getting much fruit or any type of dough or anything. That I would with a normal 4 grain. You can kind of
I'm assuming it's 4 grand.
I'm wondering if it's just
Boybin.
if it's just corn and rye with maybe a little bit of barley.
I thought I'd say it on there on the front, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. It smells great.
It does smell. It does smell fucking fantastic. Jordy, do you have any thoughts on what you smell?
Not quite yet.
Fuck, where is it? There it is.
Hey, you had the crickets one on here the whole time? Those are longer
You
than
think this is going to help me think?
Really gotta put this fucking label thing on here. It's literally sitting right next to me too. It's just it's in the box. I thought the box was at your house. I saw it like 10 minutes ago. We've been doing this over here for like 6 months.
God. Yeah.
Professionals.
Also really waiting for the samples.
You know, waiting.
You were the one excited about that.
I was.
Remember?
Yeah, and then I'm not. So here we go.
I was, and I'm not.
All
right. Into the whiskey I go. Huh. All speechless.
It's very depthy. It kind of reminds me of a extremely up-class, well-balanced Maker's Mark, but it tastes more like traditional bourbon. And then there's just like this vanilla thing on the end. It's probably from the French oak.
Yeah.
And it's more extracty than it is like bean type of deal.
It's like you charred a marshmallow.
But it changed like 3 times on the mid palate for me.
You charred a marshmallow, or you put caramel sauce over a marshmallow and just burnt the shit out of it in a very pleasing way.
There's a lot of barrel char in there, and it's ashy.
Yep.
And you can kind of taste like if you did burn a marshmallow, that crust that comes off, that black,
The flaky.
and it's not a bad way.
No.
But it is very smoky, very burnt, charred. And then it finishes with a little bit of vanilla.
Imagine putting a little beach chair out. I'm going back to the swamp. I put a beach chair out, middle of a swamp, lit a fire, toasted a marshmallow in there. Oops, dropped the marshmallow in the swamp. Gotta take it out, relight it. And I put on a goddamn graham cracker and ate it. That's exactly what this smells like and tastes like.
I kind of also think
It's so thick.
it is thick. And I think it's the smokiness and the ashiness and kind of like the burntness of it. It tastes a little like it's got higher alcohol content than 104 in it. But obviously, and we also just came from something, what was
94.
That? 94, yeah. So it's a whole 10 points hotter. But
Mr. Troy. No more crickets. Mr. Troy. What do you think? Penelope Architect. Did they build the perfect whiskey?
I have some thoughts. I'm not going to disclose all of them. I do think it's not as depthy as you guys are describing. I think it's kind of one-dimensional. I think it's hot on the nose, and I think it's hot on the palate. I think it does have some vanilla and some spice, but that's about it.
Interesting. It's a one-note Charlie for you.
Kind of, yeah.
Maybe I'm just a simple man.
Maybe it's tight. Maybe it needs some time.
See, I get the heat, but it is like a hill. It kind of rolls right over into like sweet land, into Candyland.
I'm not getting anything sweet.
Really?
At all. No.
Really? Wow.
It's more bitter. It's like, and I think it's just the char.
I'm surprised. I literally get an instant kick of heat, and then it rolls into this sweetness, and then it gets a little bit, kind of goes down into a little bit of that kind of like burnt caramel, and then it kind of gets a little bitter, but it kind of finishes a little sweet still.
It tastes like bourbon right away, and then it tastes like burnt bourbon, and then it tastes like a little bit bitter, and then like vanilla extract.
Is this also level 5 char?
They don't
know.
Yeah, they don't list this one. I would imagine it is. I mean that Sounds like those barrels are pretty toasty, and burnt.
Well, it sounds like we're very divided on this one.
I mean, I'll say this before we go into rankings, and I want to do my ranking last if at all possible, because I was probably the most excited to try this. This is my least favorite Penelope I've ever tried.
Really? I like this more than the rosé one. Really? Okay. Well then, fuck it. I'm just a drinker to me. I would drink this a lot, and that's how I feel. I thoroughly enjoy it. In fact,
Yep. It's a stinker.
okay. Straight up.
I think it comes off hotter than it is. It's at 52%, and I don't think there's enough silver lining for me to want to continue to drink it. And I do not think that it has enough nuance or anything thought provoking to make me want to consider it a thinker. And with that said, I don't know what else to call it. I don't hate it, but
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
I'm gonna call it a stinker.
Wow. All right.
And I was gonna give it a thinker stinker, but I went back, and every single taste tastes the same. It's burnt whiskey. It's just like overly charred
Wow. All right.
whiskey.
Not going to completely write it off.
I
after
was just gonna
30
say,
minutes.
I
I'll
poured a
revisit
little
it,
bit more in here to sit,
yeah.
and then also like I want to do it after in a couple weeks or something. Maybe I'll revisit this and not have it right after I had something like rosé finish that tastes like strawberries.
Interesting.
I mean, we did cleanse our palates, but
Yeah.
still, I was super excited about this one. But
Well,
that's
there
how
you go.
That's how you know I'm honest with myself.
That's fair.
That eliminates it from going in.
That sure does.
Yeah, it can't go in the
One contention to the infinity drinker.
Infinite drinker.
I'm
Yeah.
honestly surprised.
Which is
by that,
sad.
because I like it quite a bit. So, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
What they always say.
Well, I know I like this one. You can tell half the bottle's gone. I wish Matt would have brought his because he doesn't drink his whiskey, and I do.
Yeah, mine's unopened.
Yeah, I know. It would have been really nice if you brought it.
Nah, let's drink yours. What is it?
It is a Tennessee State Select barrel strength from Penelope. It's 113.6 in their toasted series, which is really cool. If you see these guys, it doesn't matter who it is, but every single one of these that I've ever seen someone buy, they scream about it in a good way. Medium toast, level 5 char. It's aged 4.5 years. This is batch number 31 of it, non-chilled filtered.
Is it blended then? If it's a level 5?
So Penelope Bourbon Toasted Series explores new and unique expressions for our
finished.
signature 4-grain whiskey, bourbon whiskey. After full maturation in charred new oak American barrels, Penelope Bourbon is finished in a new, freshly toasted barrel.
That makes a lot more sense. I was like, how do you do both? Okay.
Each batch is custom and has a distinct flavor that is truly unique.
Cool.
So,
Lay it on. Excuse you. Boom. With not a yell, but a whimper. Thank you, good sir.
I've had this plenty of times.
Tell me all about it then.
I remember the last time I tasted it, I thought it was pretty rye heavy, but also got like a lot of pine nuts and almonds in it.
Ooh, it's like that hot sweetness. It's like hot honey. Ooh.
I don't get any honey, but
I just like tickle the inside of my nose.
it does smell hot. I don't know. I can just sense the presence of rye. Like I almost think it's, if it's 4 green, rye is,
Probably third.
well, I mean, yeah, it's still considered bourbon, so 51% of it is corn.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but I would say that 25% of it is rye, and then wheat and barley make up the rest.
Interesting. I bet it's probably the third. I would imagine it's the third highest grain.
The second highest grain.
Nope.
Rye.
I'm assuming, but I don't know. There's only one way to find out, Anthony. All right. Say what you said again.
So I thought it's got to be 51% corn because obviously it's called bourbon. I would think that rye would make up it, probably the higher portion of the secondary grain, so like 25%, and then barley and wheat.
This is very confusing. I don't think this is right.
Well, every barrel is custom.
Yeah, because this particular one says, I'm going to read it. Undisclosed blend of 21% rye-based bourbon, 99% corn-based bourbon, and 45% wheat-based bourbon.
Okay. But
so it's 3 bourbons.
Is it high rye, though? Is it a high rye bourbon?
It says a blend of a high rye bourbon, a 99% corn-based bourbon. So corn whiskey.
Would that not justify what I just said, then?
Well, no, this can't be right, then, because that's considered a bourbon.
They're all considered bourbons. High rye bourbon.
I guess that's true. And a wheat-based bourbon, so it's 45% wheat, yeah. So it's a blended bourbon. Or I guess, yeah, interesting. Straight bourbon. So, 99% corn, 45% wheat. All right. That's weird. Anyway.
And if you guys want to dilute this down, feel free. Tastes great without it, but it really opens up once you dilute it down. It's very similar to Architect with the char level, but
it's very hot.
More flavor to it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
May I have a little bit of water?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
It is quite hot. In fact, it tastes very hot to me. I'm gonna need to dilute this for sure.
Sure.
Okay. I'll happily do it for you. I just wasn't sure. No. Cap's right here. That's the type of hot whiskey I can drink, though. That the Architect tasted hot and it wasn't as hot, which is annoying. This one doesn't taste burnt.
Without water so far, I don't. Well, I'll hold my judgment.
It's so weird, Matt, because it tastes very similar to the Architect.
I don't think so.
I think it's very different.
I think it's way better.
I mean, I agree.
I think it's way worse so far, but
I think it's way more expressive. Less of that sort of bitter, seemingly burnt quality. I was picking up on some peanut brittle. There's like a sweet and salty sort of thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, pretzel.
Pretzel?
Little,
yeasty pretzel?
Peanut butter pretzel.
Peanut butter covered yeasty pretzel?
Peanut butter pretzel, like a peanut butter stuffed like pretzel that you get at Costco, like those, you know what I mean? That you get in the big tubs.
Oh, yeah. Now
I can see that.
Yeah. Took me a minute there.
This is just good whiskey, man.
It is significantly better proof down.
I thought it was good, not proofed, but the bitterness is not there. The char is still there. Obviously, it's still a hot char, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not bitter. It doesn't taste burnt. I wonder if it's just that batch of Architect that tastes that way. I'm still going to buy Architect when I see it. Yeah, I'm still going to buy it, especially if there's batches. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to spend money on whiskey even if it's a stinker. Unlike the stinker
Why
in
would
the
you
room.
buy bad whiskey?
Who's the stinker in the room?
Matt, we already talked about that. Because we're collectors, Matt. That's what we do.
I'm a smart collector.
You're not smart at all. And you know, if you never buy this again, maybe I'll get batch 10 and we'll fucking rock the socks off of this.
That's very possible.
Like, and then you won't get it.
I don't have a shelf space. I'm done. I'm done collecting. It's over. To buy a new shelf.
I doubt that.
New house?
A new house is the only way forward.
We got plenty of rooms for shelves in here, bud.
Yeah. Same with my house.
Can't separate the collection. You got to keep it in one place. Sorry.
Okay. I understand.
They fall in love with each other. The bottles end up, getting eyes for each other, and you can't take that away from them.
That is not true at all. They're so competitive.
Sounds
We're
incestuous.
all fighting for our time.
No, they all love each other. They say,
Dude.
"Don't drink. You drink him first."
They're like when Andy meets Buzz for the first time, dude.
That's your girlfriend. Woof.
And they don't, yeah. And like, they don't talk to us, but like when we leave, they start fucking each other up, you know?
I don't know.
Glad you put the word up in there.
I'm more. I don't know. I think it's more like before Buzz got there, when they're hanging out with Slinky Dog and Rex, and they're just friends. There's a common goal to provide entertainment. But back to the whiskey.
I'm good to go ahead with rankings if you guys are.
Believe I am.
Troy, would you like to start us off?
I'm going to call it a drinker thinker.
You're going drinker first, huh?
I am.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it definitely has some complex qualities to it. But a couple dabs of water.
Yep.
We're well on our way.
Yeah. I'm going to call it a thinker drinker.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I was torn. It was sort of a last second.
yeah. And reason it's thinker first because, not dialed down. It was still really good, but I'm like, what's there? What is that I taste? What is it? And it makes me want to think about it. Put the water in it. It's so much more expressive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thinker drinker. Never disappointed anytime I crack this bottle.
Yeah. I feel like I like it more than I remember.
Yeah.
Before, which
Did you dilute it before?
I don't know. Did we?
No.
Yeah.
We drank it straight before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the dilution saved it for me.
Yeah.
It was. I honestly did not enjoy drinking it when it was without diluted.
I'll wait till you get to that barrel strength. down
Yeah,
there.
I'm excited.
That stuff does not need dilution.
I hope not. It's interesting enough. There's something there. It's a thinker stinker. I don't think I enjoy drinking it.
Okay.
It sucks to be you.
But it also sucks
Because I own a bottle. It's unopened, so
because
You can give it to me.
I might.
you said a thinker stinker.
Yeah.
That means it's not going in there.
No, it is because there's two drinkers.
Oh,
Oh,
is,
yeah,
it, is it
it's-
majority rules?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Always is. Always is. Always has been.
Sorry, I always.
This is a democracy, Troy.
Listen, I actually wanted
We
to
just
talk
got
about
this
this.
thing.
Yeah, I did want to talk about something though.
Yeah.
And we could talk about this at the end. We can argue about it because I know that's what's going to happen. But mainly because Matt just wants to argue all the time. It's in his
I
blood.
really love arguing.
Yeah,
That's my favorite
he
thing.
just likes, but he likes once a decision's made to just say, but
well,
but-
no, it's well actually.
yeah, so, going back to the rosé one,
Mhm.
is that worthy of going in the decanter? It's
it's a drinker.
It's a
It goes
drinker,
in.
but it's a drinker. But is it worthy to go in the Affina drinker? Like, is
It
it
does
good
not-
enough?
It's
Like,
irrelevant.
So that's going to be the thing. It's irrelevant.
Drinker
If
is
it's a
a drinker.
drinker, it goes in the decanter.
Yeah, drinker's a drinker. Because
Okay.
like Jack Daniels is a drinker, that goes in. Doesn't matter the quality, it's drinker, goes in.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to.
It is the infinity
I
drinker.
wanted that to be cut and
Oh,
dry.
yeah.
And I honestly think that's the only thing that needs to be besides the majority rules thing.
I think
needs to be
majority
cut
rules.
and dry.
And the other thing I thought of actually was if you rate a thinker, he rates a drinker, and I rate a stinker. If we're all 1 and 1 and 1,
It's out.
it has to be at least 2 drinkers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be 2 drinkers. It's out.
Okay.
If we all majority think
If it's a drinker
thinker,
stinker,
if all the majority of us think it's a thinker, we need to make a majority rule together.
okay.
We need to vote if it goes in. If it gets 2 votes, it goes in. If it gets 1 vote, it doesn't.
Okay. We can
Okay.
cross that bridge.
Crack a break.
Yes.
Yes. Quacklebake. He went Welcome back from Cracker Break. It's Cracker Break brought to you by Anthony wants to hear a joke. Hey, Anthony, you ready for a joke?
I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth, but yeah.
Oh, baby, it's a joke time. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? Troy, you have any guesses?
I do not.
One is really heavy, and the other is a little lighter.
A little wider.
A little lighter? Hi, Anthony.
I
Get it? Because hippos are heavy, and a
Oh, yeah,
zippo
I
is
get
a type
it.
of lighter.
You
I need to explain all these jokes to you. I don't think you get them.
No.
You're not laughing.
It's because they're fucking dumb.
Well, you know what? Shout out to Andy Rice. You're not dumb, and I love you.
Oh, that was from Andy?
back at you.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
All right, let's do it. We got one more. I'm excited about this one. I loved it.
You love it. You know it. You care for it. You adore it.
I got batch 7 over there. Me and Matt got batch 7 in Wisconsin last year, and it was great.
Stunner.
And then I was up in Wisconsin a couple weeks ago with cousin Sean, and I bought this one.
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, listen. He's known on this podcast as cousin Sean. He's all of your cousins now too.
One big family.
Yeah. And we got this one, and my other cousin Vince. I think Sean was either dead or slugging Coronas on the deck, just yelling at people. That's what he does. Sorry, Sean. And me and my cousin Vince tried a small pour of this, and it was incredible. Incredible.
I can just imagine that.
Dude, yeah.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Sean, like, my uncle's friend, or my uncle's neighbor, Todd, came up, super nice guy, for that golf trip. And we golfed one round, me, my Uncle Bill, and Todd, we played together. And then Sean played with his dad, and a guy who owns the condo too, splits it with Bill. His name's Tom, is a really good guy too. But Tom and Brian, Sean's dad, didn't want to play the second round with us, and so we went out again, and like, you know, we had a great first round, me, Bill, and Todd, nice calm round, had a couple beers, you know, played well, and then Sean comes speeding across, me and his first. All right, pussies, you ready to fucking drink? And he just whips out a twisted tea and crushes it.
Yeah.
And I just looked at
different
Todd.
level of energy.
I just looked at Todd. I was like, "Yep, this is going to be a totally different dynamic of golf for you, Todd. Golfing with Sean is a totally different level of golf."
That's golfing.
And Todd
with
had a great.
Sean.
Todd had a great time. Sean makes golfing fun. He really does, because the drunker he gets, the further and straighter the ball goes. It's amazing. Anyway, let's pop it.
Pop it, lock it, drop it.
Pop it.
Pop. Hey, Troy.
Hey.
Pop it.
Popping.
Yeah. Hey, Baki.
Hey.
Hey, back.
Hey, Baki.
Hey, Barkeep. Pour me one of them whiskeys. You gotta smell your armpit, right? Is that the trick? Or smell your elbow pit?
I was like, I just showered. I'm not gonna.
Freshen my nose.
Thank you, sir. Next time, try to get it in the glass, all right?
Hey, Barkeep.
Fucking
Hey.
sommelier, my
Hey,
ass.
Barkeep.
Bucky, don't make a fucking mess, huh?
Hey, I gotta clean it up later.
You were
Barkeep.
like the sommelier that they send to the Night's Watch.
You'll get that reference in a season or two.
He saw that enough
okay.
into the Night's Watch to know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, you're supposed to go, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I like that part with John.
Yes, John.
So you'll get some heat on the nose, but there is so much going on with this one, man. So much.
Initially, there's like fruit. It's
Yeah.
like it is a fruity heat.
Yeah.
Unlike the last one, which is just kind of like this more astringent heat. This is a lot more fruity and
Yeah,
dense.
it's there's so much going on, and it's like
It's like a fucking
it's like
strong
doughy,
sangria.
It's like berry dough, like raisin, not necessarily. I would say more of like a blueberry kind of tart berry dough
It is fruity. Holy shit.
yeah, whiskey
Yeah.
sangria.
with a little sriracha on top.
Ooh, yeah.
Sriracha on top.
It's a salad. Hey.
I can't sit here and sniff
This
this,
is,
anymore. It has to go in my mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
I'm the opposite.
You want to live in this nose?
Yeah.
The thing is, if the palate doesn't match the nose, that's going to be the issue.
You know what they say?
Anthony's over there.
Carpet doesn't match the
Carpet
drapes.
diem. You know what they say? It's the carpet diem doesn't match the drapes.
I even get like some Concord grapes.
Sure.
My favorite grape.
Yeah?
It's good. Actually, Catawba is my favorite grape.
Cotton candy grapes.
Cotton candy grapes. Can you make wine with those? Probably, right?
Yeah, I think didn't Brooklyn ask you if you could make wine with cotton candy grapes? My daughter.
Me?
Yeah, or maybe it was Mal.
I'd be into that. Essentially, it's
Well, yeah, because Mal asked him, and then we found cotton candy wine that was made from cotton candy grapes.
Of course.
And it was fucking disgusting.
that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is very interesting nose. It's a lot going on.
Get it in there, boys.
Okay.
Doesn't taste anywhere near as hot as it is.
The back end is a little bit hot, warm, but it's not hot.
Yeah, it's got a little hug on the back end of it,
Yep.
the Kentucky hug thing going on. But
That's wonderful.
it's a little thin, but it's nice and light and fruity. It's so light and fruity, and I get like I swear I get like this nutty characteristic to it too. It's like a raisin nut bread, with like a cinnamon sugar crust.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I think it could be more dense, but I mean, that's just my personal preference.
It's got a very long finish.
I think you guys know what I think about it.
Jesus.
You're drinking out of a glass. That's what you think about it. What do you think, Troy?
I'm really impressed with the finish. I mean, I really think it's checking a lot of boxes in terms of fruit and sweetness from oak and spice and just it's the total package. I do agree with Anthony about it not feeling like it's as hot as it is. So yeah, I'm digging it.
When you say it's the total package,
Package.
Is it the body?
No.
Did you buy this at Total Wine?
No, I bought it at Benny's when
There was
I
another
bought Benny's out of alcohol.
God damn, so many fucking wrestling analogies.
You're
There was
on it
another
today.
wrestler whose nickname was Total Package.
Was
Yeah, I swear to God.
It wasn't Henry. No, it wasn't.
I can't fucking remember.
King Henry you're talking about?
King Henry.
Guarantees
No.
somebody listening.
Add us.
Yeah,
if you know
remember and DM us
Total
or tag
Package.
us.
I can't fucking remember.
the whole package or total.
No, the
package?
Total Package. Fuck.
It's like one of those. It's probably one of the older like pretty boy wrestlers.
Yeah, feels like it.
Like
when Shawn
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels
or like,
first got in, it was
Yeah.
like his name before he joined DX or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
true. D-Generation
Oh
X.
my God!
D-Generation X was one of the
Time
best.
out.
Okay.
I'm so glad I did this.
Glass number 2.
Go back to
Architect smells completely different.
See?
It is like a campfire, s'mores oozing in your mouth, marshmallow heavy.
Oozing. Yeah, you're right. It's way sweeter on the nose.
And it's way sweeter on the palate. Doesn't taste burnt at all. The finish is too bitter, but
I like it. Still like it.
we did just go from drinking hot stuff to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the nose better than the palate, but I'm not sure I'd call it a stinker this time around.
I don't know if
Which is
I don't know if
crazy.
I'd call it a drinker though. That's the thing.
No, I don't either.
The finish is
I don't
not
either.
great.
It's really hard to figure out. It's hard to.
That's why you AB them. That's why you do them all back to back to back to
Yeah.
back to back, and
It's
you
better.
check them out.
It's better, but yeah, you know what? It's still there, man. The finish is too bitter. It's burnt. But the nose and the mid palate changed. I hate the aftertaste. This stuff is leaving in my mouth right now.
Yeah.
I hate
Really?
it. Yeah. All right, so the barrel strength.
Batch 10.
Batch 10. I'm going to call it Drinker Thinker.
Drinker thinker.
Yeah, I think we're going to be opposites now.
I am going thinker drinker.
Samesies.
Okay. But just all that matters to me is that it goes in the Infinite Drinker.
I'll be happy to put it in the Infinite Drinker.
Yeah. All right, so what's going in the Infinite Drinker tonight? The Rosé all day?
So everything but the Architect.
Everything
right?
but the Architect. That's kind of fucking sad.
I called 3 for 4. Just saying.
You did call 3 for 4.
One had to be a
For
little
someone
stinky.
who's wrong all the time, it's nice that you got something right.
It does feel nice. It's the first time I've ever
I'm
got
glad you
anything
didn't get me this bottle. It has a blemish on it.
right. See? I knew you didn't want that bottle.
Blemish.
Yeah, it's going to change the whiskey. That's why the whiskey
is an
sucks.
outrage.
It's because the bottle is blemished.
Troy, get about an ounce of each in there.
Ounce each.
Like we're making a cocktail.
I'm just gonna go dump the architect in the trash down the sink.
I never fought you before, but I feel like that might be a reason for fighting.
You're going in order?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
It's important. It's gonna make it taste different.
Putting your Google Doc in here. Let's do it for the camera, Troy.
Oh. Wait, you weren't kidding about me breaking my bottle. Is it broken? Did you break it?
Fine. That's fine. No, I just put it on top of the dropper. Totally cool. It's not broken. No,
It's fine. I was just
Make sure you're doing that on camera.
for the gram. All right, we are adding officially. You're good.
You're pouring real small in there, man.
It's fine.
Okay. If that's how quick we're filling it, that's how quick we're filling it.
We don't rush to fill. We got a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, I know. I just figured it would be like an actual like pour.
It's fine.
No, it's fine, Troy. That's totally cool. I'm not upset about it. What should do with the cap? Oh, here you go.
All right, 5 whiskeys are in. He's a professional. It's fine.
Just like it feels like you're pouring nothing in there, though.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a custom blend.
Until next time, we'll cap it. All right. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we got to try that wine.
3 entrants tonight into the whiskey
Infinite
Drinker Hall of Fame.
Infinite Drinker Hall of Fame. Cool. What do we got coming up? We're doing cocktail doctors are coming for a visit. Whole episode on cocktails. It's going to be fun. That you should see that coming out this Friday for you guys. Yeah. Also, thank you so much for subscribing and all that on YouTube. We're new to the YouTube thing, so we appreciate all the support we're getting there. We got a ton going on in our shop. But by this time, when this episode comes out, keep your eyes peeled. If you're not following us on Instagram and Facebook, there's going to be some giveaways going on through the shop. We're trying to get rid of our first generation Glencairns.
I'm trying to get rid of them.
Not trying to get rid of them.
They're offered a discount.
They're offered at a discount because we want to get rid of them.
We love them. We don't want to let our babies go.
I mean, they're still, listen, it's a Glencairn glass. It's not going to taste any difference because it's the first gen, but it's got the older logo on it. And, you know, it's a
the technology, the Glencairn technology has changed since last batch.
Don't say that because there's someone out there who's going to fucking believe you. But yeah, we're doing a thing. Anytime with those, they're $28 or $27 for a set of them. And if you buy a set of them, you get a free set of coasters too.
Starting now.
Yeah. Anyway, we got some t-shirts and golf shirts on there. Father's Day weekend is upon you. There's a Father's Day giveaway going on Instagram. Make sure you enter it, and we'll get it to you in time for Father's Day. So
We sure will.
yeah. Salute to you all. Cheers. And until next time, Troy, lead us out.
You're late.